Looking at the leeward telltales. We can compare boom heights with other people. I actually think that we need to pins down just a little bit for this flat water. Just rake back, and we'll see how far inside the spreader they are. I can't tell if the jib's breaking evenly. Earlier the jib was luffing down low. Looks round on the bottom, closed on the leech a little, so I think jib halyard eased a little more, or pins down a little. Move the lead back a little. I think the jib halyard's just on too tight, so effectively we move the lead forward. We want to look at the angle of the jib sheet of people. I can't see it through the camera here, but yours looks more vertical than hers does. The jib sheet angle going into the jib. Oops. Okay, what we've tried to do, we only got one pin down, but what we've tried to do is we were sailing with the boom around really high, so that indicated that we were raked forward, and that was causing us to hook the leech of our main too much. We think flat water, going back to a more raked back a little bit more, with the lead set up so that the angle of the jib sheet is going to the middle of the jib, because their jib was just too round on the bottom. So even by loosening the jib halyard, we still had effectively lead forward by having the jib halyard on so hard. I don't know if you can see it from here, but that jib is really round on the bottom. So we're in a lead forward setting right now, and it's really flat water. So essentially we're sailing around with our outhaul off on the jib, and we need to open the leech of the jib a little more because he's really trimming tight. You can see we're never outside the spreader, so he's on the tight trim all the time, and with the bottom hooked like that, it's just breaking. So we got to keep working on in this flat water. Now next week will be interesting because we'll have 50 boats. We'll be more choppy, and we'll probably have to trim looser. So we might be in this setting if it's choppy, but right now it's too round on the bottom, too hooked on the leech for flat water. The clue heights look very even. That spinnaker's very even. And then we're steering by the jib, so anytime we feel like there's a puff to leeward or we have good speed, we bear off until the jib collapses in the middle more. And obviously the spinnaker trimmer's just trying to trim as loose as they can. And then as soon as we feel slow or we have a little puff to windward, we'll head up just until the jib fills. So right now I can tell that we're pretty low. The jib is very soft, so it's in the lee of the main. Yep, see how it's hanging in the middle? They're DDW right now. Clues are really even, so the spinnaker looks really good. The leeches are very even because the clues are even. Once the clues get out of whack, oh, there we go. Nice little roll there. Great job. Oh God, that was great. Now you should head down right now because you're fast and collapse the jib a little. If you're fast in the middle of the jibe, go ahead and pop it down a little bit. Use the jib as your wind indicator. Looks like the coach has gotten the kid's head about starting. This is race 4 on Sunday. Main looks pretty good. These guys do well once they can hike. They might not think they're doing well, but actually if they tacked, they are still not crossing one of those boats, but they may be crossing the other two, believe it or not. Might not look like it to you, but they have moved forward. Let's see what the leeches are. You got Aiden to windward. Here goes Aiden, good. I would probably have gone just a little bit further just to make sure I had a little more space, because if this guy's a pincher over here, we don't want to have to worry about pointing with him. We want to be able to go full speed ahead. Okay. Yep, he pumps the jib a little. We're working on doing the jib a little slower. The jib looks pretty good.